The European brown bear is a denizen of the dark primordial forests that stretch nearly the entire length of Russia. The vast forests are home to some of the greatest concentrations of bears found anywhere in the world. For author Chris Dorsey, this was his second foray to Russia. The first took place a decade earlier when he traveled here on assignment for Sporting Classics magazine to report about the marvels of hunting the world's largest grouse, a peculiar eagle-sized bird known as the capercaillie.
The European brown bear is really identical to our grizzly. I mean, there's no DNA difference between the two bears, and they're maybe 400 to 600 pounds in size here. These are interior grizzlies, and bears are as populated basically as black bears in Canada. So it's a great opportunity to come over and see a hunting resource awakening.
The European brown bear is a close cousin of the brown bear found on the Alaskan Peninsula. About 1.5 million years ago, the European bears crossed from the Old World to the New World through the Great Bering Land Bridge that once connected northeastern Siberia with Alaska. It was the same corridor through which many species passed from Europe to North America, including elk and moose.
What's interesting to me is that the population densities here are extraordinary. I mean, we're seeing bears every night, and not by chance. I mean, they have these areas very well scouted. What they do is they plant patches of oats in the middle of the forest, and obviously everything eats the oats, including the bears. So they build these high stands, much like you would for a whitetail in the eastern U.S., and come over and you sit and you wait. And these bears will come out and just gorge themselves trying to get fat for winter, because they've got certainly severe winters here, and you just wait and wait for them to come out.
We got some pretty serious ATVs around here.
Hopping onto an armored personnel carrier, vintage World War II, here in Russia is quite an experience. And I tell you that the vehicles in this country, because it's full of muskeg and pools and lots of tough country to get through, not just any old ATV is going to get through this country. Alex is the chief hunter here, and even though he's a young man, he's got a lot of experience in hunting. Shot his first brown bear at the age of 16, and has done a great deal of hunting since, and is just very tuned into this area. You know, he's a true expert, and that's exactly who you want when you come halfway around the world to go hunting. You want somebody who knows what's going on the ground, not somebody who's just marketing from afar. And to see how enthusiastic he is, too. I mean, he gets up into a stand and he's got all the energy of somebody who's doing it for the first time. And that's always a lot of fun.
I was taught to hunt by my father, beginning at a very young age, like my father and his father before him. For me, hunting is not only a job, it is my life. I don't know what I would do if I could not hunt.
Is that bear? Yeah?
Guys, got the wind at her back. It's not real good. Not real good when you're trying to get a bear out in front of you.
If you're going to come to Russia and hunt these bears, I would say a minimum caliber would be 300, but I would go probably 300, 338, and it certainly isn't wrong to go up to 375, up to 300 grain bullets. And most of the shots are going to average somewhere between 50 and maybe 100 yards, but that's about it. Sometimes, some of the stands, you can get out to 150, 200 yards, but it's pretty rare that any of these guys, particularly Alex, who's a pretty savvy guide, is going to let you shoot beyond that. They're strong, they're tough critters, and they're dangerous game. You don't want to be walking up on these things feeling undergunned and with some kind of hesitation.
Yeah. We got him. Got him.
That's a good bear. No. Watch him. Looks a little small. Watch him. Here it comes.
God, I can't tell if that's a good, doesn't look like a big bear. He's got a big head, but the body's not in proportion here. We're gonna let this guy pass. He's just not quite big enough. Look at that though. I mean, they're using these oat fields like crazy. That's a good sign. Getting a bear in this early, that is a really good sign. They just get fat on these oats out here. Usually the smaller bears come in first, then we get some bigger bears coming in, so just a matter of time now. Look at that, look at them.
Russia is one of those countries that's always had a very rich tradition in hunting. It's just it was suppressed for so many years under communist rule, as was everything else. And now to see this nation totally reborn, see the winds of change coming here, to see the freedoms, I'm very optimistic that the future of Russia is going to be a real bright one. And to come over here as a hunter and see these people and see the interest in hunting and realize that even though we didn't share a language, we shared a common feeling and sentiment towards hunting. And I think that's really true anywhere in the world. You know, if you go anywhere where there's hunters, it's really a common bond, and that's certainly the case here in Russia. Excuse me, sir, but I'm looking for Private Ryan, Charlie Company. Have you seen him?
What's it about?
Chris. Fresh bear track right here. Big. It's a big print.
Like their grizzly cousins, the European brown bear is a ferocious predator, able to run upwards of 30 miles per hour, or 44 feet per second, or 60 feet in the time it takes most hunters to disengage their safety, mount their rifle, and fire.
Judging by the scat, this is all they've been eating out here. Look at all these oats. What's for dinner, huh? Look at all this torn up by the bears, too. It looks like a bunch of pigs came through here. Phenomenal.
Once perched above the forest, the hunters had nothing to do but wait and watch and hope.
Chris?
He's coming. All I can see is the top of his back right now. He's got it clear. Good bear? Good bear? Yeah. Okay. All right, as soon as he pops up. That looks like a good bear. Get ready, get ready. He's gonna step out. Here he goes. Get ready, get ready.
Shoot. Shoot.
The shot felt good.
Oh.
I mean, the shot felt good.
Yes. Good shoot.
Спасибо.
Very good.
I thought he was going to come closer, but he wouldn't come any closer.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be far into that cover out there.
Big.
It's a good bear,
Big bear.
yeah. You can see the big old hump on it from here. Well, let's go find this bugger.
The shot felt great. As soon as I shot it, it felt like it was a real good shot. I had a great rest, but still there's always this kind of nagging doubt, particularly on dangerous game, and I couldn't get a second shot into him as he ran off. And, you just have this moment of hesitation. Well, what if? What if that bullet hit a little branch? What if, somehow I flinched just a little bit at the end and we get into this chest-high cover, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be a damn quick shot if that bear is coming at you. These things are always playing through your mind, especially on dangerous game. You've got to be ready for them.
Frothy blood there. Yeah, he's kaput.
Good, very good.
All right. Whew. Hot damn. Good bear. That is
Good,
a dandy bear.
Good.
Way to go. Spasiba, spasiba, spasiba.
Very good.
Turned out to be just a dynamite bear. I mean, he's probably between 550 and 600 pounds, and he'll probably square out close to 7.5, 8 feet. Just a terrific bear. So it's a rush to come this far to hunt bear in Russia, the land of the bear, is truly amazing when you think only 15 years ago or less that this country was off limits, and now you can go riding on a vintage World War II armored personnel carrier to go out to your hunting area, and my, how the world has changed.
With Russia awakening from its communist coma, a vast new piece of the planet is waiting to be explored by intrepid hunters. There's no telling just how amazing the rewards of such a journey might be.
Hunting is but one aspect of a life well lived. To me, it's also important to have good times with good friends. I have made many American friends. When it comes to hunting, we have much in common.
To our friends in Russia, for many years our governments were enemies, but our people never were, and today is living proof of that.
Prost.